And when they're that little, they're very, very impressionable. So why I'm come here? Yeah, to get my phone. So this is one of the Costa Rican girls. So you can imagine what the level of playing there was.
Right. Oh, I did not mean to drop that. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
I'm gonna turn it.
Sure. And now let me get my coffee.
Okay. Sorry. It's like
they hang you again. I fed them like an hour and a half ago. Okay.
Your butt.
Huh?
The cats?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's just a habit. Whenever they get in the kitchen, they just have to request food. So that's now. Okay.
Do I start yet or no?
Oh. Do we have the recording?
Yes, I just.
Oh, it's already on. Okay. open A. Very good, Ella. It's just a couple of things that keep occurring when you have the refrain. You're adding almost an extra beat. So it just needs to be much more in time. So overall, it needs to be a little bit quicker. I think it started moving better, and always these articulations. So I would advise, so with a faster tempo, to just move most of the things in the lower half of the bow. So a definite, not a clip or something, but definite space. And so whether you're doing it brushing the lower half or with a hook, and this it needs to have more rhythmic drive. And can we try from the top one more time? So it's not a very long trill. Don't start at the head of the beat though. Yam, pam, para. So treat it like a puggiatura trill on the. Can we hear just the? You're playing it as a grace note at the head of the beat. Yes. Exactly. That's the feel. It's early. Yes, and then don't linger on it. Since we're starting it now on the beat and one head, it's a little bit shorter. Yes, and this, so the springboard note is this one. So if we do diminuendo going up, we have no jumping power left in the string. So do you understand what I'm talking about? So if you play in the string, it's much easier for the bow to come off the string. It's like jumping off a hard surface as compared to jumping off wet sand, let's say. Right, so good contact but less bow on the last on the third eighth note. Yes. And here, just listen to it and make sure that you hear a nice ring. It's not a question of, over sustaining or something. Because there is always lightness and air in this music. Yeah, keep it. Don't start suddenly. Yeah, don't get it. So if you start brushy, you do them all brushy. Yeah, and no extra time. Down, yes. Yeah, and, which is the guiding, which motion is the guiding in the rhythm is the down toes. So the up bows are just the reactions to the downs. So, right, it may be not too much that because I see this whole thing. So again, ring, 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 ring. Yes, that's much better. You want to try that opening one more time since it comes so many times around. Always with good sound to the double stop. Can we hear just the? Yeah, exactly. Oh, Bubbles?
Yeah.
Oh, he's likely to start biting you.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, it's fine.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's quite good. Still, we need more mastery on. Just to be able to create a line while enough detail is happening with articulations in that. Como dizer? Yeah, that's quite nice. Don't do diminuendo. So it's lean on the first note, but then you need to go with sound through the rest. Yeah, clean. But you're just throwing the bow for the double. So you have to change the level on the up bow. Right, and then you start clean. Right. Go on. Now longer articulations because this is the solo, right? Oh, careful! You're overholding the low voice, so just touch it. It's practically 8 notes. Even you hold the full quarter note. It's clashing. So shorten these, please. Bubbles, what did you find there? Hey, there's a whole scratched hole for you here. Yeah, go ahead and try that. I'll give you the images.
Oh, sorry, wrong part.
Yeah, and same thing. Yes. Keep it short and make sure that then the voice that is moving is with high quality tone. Yeah. So it's an 8 note. Yeah. Yes, and now in terms of bow speed, what are we doing? It's slightly fast. It's not really all that different, right? So we have to be able to start. Oh gosh, you're just hanging there all day. So you're still overholding the bass. So, yes, that's enough. much easier, isn't it? Yes, and now these, yes, you're absolutely right to show the couplets, it's becoming very beachy. So if you can do it within just longer phrase. Now we didn't have enough couplets. So Goldilocks. It sounds in Janela. Open E. You don't need the fourth finger. It will be so much easier with open E.
Oh, you have marked. Is it open? Okay.
Right. And now back to tutti. Because we have our solo here, it could be a little bit more on the string. And with those drones, you know, they're going on. It just needs to be with a little bit more sustain. Yeah, and it would be nice if you don't accent. So just more even. Yeah, just so very kind of coquettish. Brush on them, not speak up. Yes. So staying very close to the string. Yeah, same thing, Ella. You've got one phrasing motif. You're just making a run-on sentence with that. There's it needs to reset a little bit both times when you have that. Extra time though. Yes, and without so it doesn't have to be a full bow. Whoa. Good. And now of those. How many voices do we have on? How many voices is that? 3. We got right. So which is the most important of them? Right, and that's the voice that's always on the beat. Not just the big beat, but the little beat as well. So if you just go with strictly 50% for each of the 8 notes in the beat, it's going to sound underplayed. You need to go like 55% and 45%, the division of the 8 notes. At the first couple of places, maybe it will expand, so you can do even more than just 55%. That's better. You can still play slightly longer, slightly inegal on the moving voice. Yes, something like that. So yeah, don't feel like it has to be exactly square, because that puts you in a box. Uh-oh.
Ow.
Do you need house shoes?
No.
Bubbles. He's remembering, and that's why he's coming to you. Hey, Boo. Come here. Yeah. Oh, he's ready to sleep.
Do I start at the next part?
Huh?
Do I start from...
Let's do this entire section one more time. Okay. The whole episode from 24. Please do not accent the slurs that much. Yes. So don't put accents on the separate notes either. Yeah, just kind of yes. Yeah, you can still put separation. Yeah, but don't go da 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 da. Yeah, so simple, very simple. It just needs to be more than the shank, more than the string. Yes. Fifth day, yes. And not the head of the beat. Yeah, and the rhythm here is not right. So, yeah, and dum ba bum has to be in time. Right.
Whoa.
You're still only holding the dotted note. So we've got the you hear the difference? Your new case.
Yeah, I know, right?
Uh-huh. So, in other words, you don't also have to go to get to the frog for that, because this is a small cadence.
What do you mean by don't hold the half done?
Your trill is very long. So we start the pugitura is on the beat, not the head of the beat, right? So that shortens the trill a little bit. So right, and then very light on the 8th. Yes, very light on the 8th note. Can you try it? Just so it's almost like going. Yes. Yes. From which note do we borrow when we roll? right from the note before. So if it's only an eighth note and you need probably a 16th worth of rolling time, that means that the eighth note is become 16. Yes, that's how the math will work out. Oh, their teeth must be itching or something. Can you put just that could be better. Now the up Ella, don't let them trip you. It's just it's just so you can get back. Yes. Oh.
Okay. Do I do that?
Yes.
Am I doing it too spiccato?
Yes. So the quarter notes can be with plenty of separation, but then so very light and kind of horizontal. You're doing horizontal. Okay. Yes, that's good. So Ella, don't do so horizontal on the quarter notes because they have more of that. But on the two ups, you do want to get more horizontal.
He stole your pencil.
Yeah. Come here, boy. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting there. Still the
practice.
details. Yes, you need to practice that. Okay, now let's go on. We have again the refrain. In time. It needs to be in time. You know, it's getting better what you're doing the refrain. I want to hear a little bit more of the contour of the phrase, the way it's written. So let me walk you through this. What do we have? Getting from here to here, right? So it's this rise. Now the rest is going to be the descent of the phrase. So just this is going to the the apex of the rainbow. So we go. So these are coming through there. So and now this is the new pattern. And do you see how it's basically not even a variation? It's the same harmony in that entire bar. But we are messing with the articulations in it. Because the articulations are smooth on the way down, jumpy on the way up, then and then we finish that arc there. It's funny though. This is where it takes us at the beginning, and then it's a variant of the same thing, and then we just do. Yeah. So do you want to shape it better? That was with so much better understanding. The only thing that struck me as kind of that could be done better, that was too much of that. So don't make a huge crescendo on the separate notes because they begin to sound rough. Still very very poised. and elegant. So this is our dominant here. So we have tonic. So second scale degree, which is a type of subdominant, right? So tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic. So it's the simplest of cadences that we could get. Most. So dominant is always the one that gets the most because that's the most dissonant in relation to the tonic. More, most. Resolution. The resolution is less. So it has its own dynamic arch in there. And you can actually match that with the intensity of the bow. What an idea. The intensity of the bow matching the harmony. Yeah. You want to try? Are you worried about your case there?
That's fine.
They like things that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the intensity can be matched with bow speed and pressure, just more active bow. Right. Okay? That kind of. Yeah, and you can keep the overall energy. It doesn't have to be very careful. Right. Okay, and now this one is going to be détaché. So this is the only extended one where we don't have those characteristic jumps, right, going on. So it's very lyrical, the most lyrical of them. So started kind of mid bow, you will have to retake. Because in Gavotte, the phrasing begins where in the bar? The middle of the bar. So this is a very good place for you to reset. So you go. Now, have you made an analysis of how long the sequences are? Let's look at the music here. So it's a pretty long phrase. So that's the one that gets sequenced. So we start in E major and we move to A major. Actually, we move to F sharp minor, and that's a. And then from measure 53, the pattern changes. We go now with the descending, right? The upside down turned chords. And we fill in the spaces. Another upside down. Now that's the end of the phrase. New phrase. And then it makes its way. Then it makes its way back to starting point, so we can have the refrain. But it's very conversational. It's almost like writing a letter to somebody or talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. mark that there is a new phrase starting on right there in the middle of 56. Well, the fourth, eighth note of 56. Let's do this one more time. It's much better. It's with much greater understanding. Let's add a few more details. So can we treat this one more as one gesture instead of 2 or 4 gestures? So in other words, just a rising arpeggio, just the E major that we have. We want it to take us to the F sharp. This is the motion that's important here. Then so much to do about nothing, right? Because we start there and we finish there. So it's reconfirmed, and then same thing. Now we can have a different conversation. Don't make that big crescendo in bar 50. It actually needs to close down as you go down the scale. Yeah, and same thing. Don't make a big crescendo at the end of 52. So in other words, da 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 da. So we have a very rapid ascent in the rainbow. So it's kind of shaped more like this. It certainly doesn't have multiple humps in it. It's just
sort of a low.
Yeah, because this is our strong point, the bass here. And then everything is under that one umbrella. And then same thing the next segment. Yes, and then the second one, you need to set up the next one. Now, Ella, is it possible not to slow down in measure 49 and measure 50? So you're taking time here, which is fine, but then you need to move. It just needs to unravel there. Great. And now, this is also very conversational, probably the most conversational of all of them. So this one is a little bit more, hyperbolic, right? Because we've got the E string involved there, and there's just something about the inversion, the distribution of this F sharp minor chord. This one is with a sense of reconciliation coming in, so you don't have to play, and then they're not the same thing. Now this one is doing a little bit more. This one is less.
So more or less moment.
Yes. Now this one is the most. Whoa. So we got a bunch fifths, right? So let's see where the fifths are. They're between the second and third note each time. Here, and then. Yes. Which is kind of like breaking the rules of harmony, because those are called parallel fifths, and we're not supposed to use them. But the thing is that he's doing them with those beautiful. It's actually descending sixths sorry. That's the pattern, but it's beautified, and that's why we have those fifths in the middle.
Whoa. Oh, I keep bouncing too much.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is where it turns around. So you can take a little bit extra time and get it more on the string. So you have very little time for that up bow because it's on the 16th note. Yes. Now let's not worry about that quite right now.
I actually always played it as wrong.
Oh.
So I always played it wrong. So I just figured out this morning that I played it wrong.
Oh, so you corrected the notes there. Good. Do you want to do the episode one more time? It's that second half of message 48.
Yeah.
So Ella, when we're talking about this, it doesn't mean that the one that you're playing less, you're already starting piano. That's the one that needs to diminuendo more. Because I heard from you something like that. And then so that's it. This one just diminuendos more. It doesn't have to be subito piano. Make sense? Okay. Remain on sooner. Right. Going on. So that's probably the happiest of the reiterations because it comes after the minor episode, right? So make sure that it feels happy. Sounds stripped, Ella. Careful with the. So the couplets shouldn't sound tripped. Huh? What did you say?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't hear quite what you were saying. So
I said oh, probably.
Oh, so not tripped. Probably the most boisterous of the episodes. So again, with the retake, you finish this thing, and now, and you can do either that bowing or all of it as it comes. And retake here, but that G sharp, B sharp needs to be on the down. Yeah. So lower half, right? This is. I actually like that retake here. Yeah, that's better. Let's do that one more time and with more freedom. Don't feel that you have to choke the sound on the quarters. So ring on the quarters. we want to hear, so you don't have to. So.
Whoa.
Yeah, and no roughage here. So study. So do you see how when you come for the A and E strings, you will be back close to the frog? Yes, right. So those are the angles that you have to consider. And if you can also save more bow on the bass, so you don't have to roll here, but it's too very punchy. So can you play as much bow as you will use on the bass and freeze? Can you do a good sound? So more melodic sound, maybe a little bit more in the string than what you're doing, and freeze. Okay, now you need to tilt the bow. So do you feel with this lever where exactly on the hair you're becoming? So it's not somewhere here, it's a very precise space which is much closer to the frog. It's almost like doing a retake at the frog. Yes, and here now on this one, scoop it out. Just, is your back okay? Do you need to stretch it?
It's like my neck right here, but it's just.
Oh. Well, do you remember the stretch? We'll help the arm, it will help the neck. Actually, I need to be doing that. Yeah. Yeah.
And it just
now,
pops.
yeah. So, but straighten this. The other way. Yes, downward. That's a great stretch. And there's another one. If things are hurting in the upper body, it's like a throw.
It's
and the upper arm also. So imagine that you're throwing a ball, so you just kind of, so you need to do those every now and then while you practice. It's okay to do them during lessons too, without me saying anything. So just okay. So let's. We were on the scooped. Yes. So now we need to have a little bit more of a rhythm here. So again, the roll borrows from the beat before. So there's going to be also a little bit of spreading of the time, but you can spread the time by simply starting the roll on time and rolling slow. So just so it will start right. So you've got yes. Oh, careful. E, D sharp.
Oh.
Good job. Going on. We don't want to hear the opening. So imagine that it's only 16th note. Yes, and here. Right. Don't do the hooks. The first is with the hook in order to give it to bring it to the lower half of the bow. But then you stay there. Can you do it in slow motion, Ella? No hooks anymore. So the third note. light. Yes, and this one traditionally is done in a very legato style. And it's very difficult. Just for the second finger to go back and forth between the fifth. Good. Let me see what music you're using for this. Yeah. Fine. This is what I have here. So if you're doing this though, you need to stay just in the upper half of the bow for these two guys, so you can start at the tip for this.
Mm-hmm.
So, which also means that during this measure, you have to cue yourself to the frog. It just needs to start at the frog because it's a very long thing to do in one bow. And we could possibly divide, but I would rather we don't. So somehow while you're doing the piano, down. So in other words, the echo effect. Yes. Now, Ella, is there a reason to go like a siren in terms of the dynamics here? So you need to keep the contact. So it is a long range phrases. Thank you. Yeah. So let's see if we can get better bowing. Why don't we just do that? So get rid of the the only hook that you will do is on here.
I'm confused.
Well, erase all of the bowings in there.
So it's down, up, and then the long is on the down bow.
So just look here. You have the blueprints actually. So we take. So this is the whole measure is one bow. Then the next measure is one bow. Right here we do just half a measure, half measure, half measure. And here at the end, you can even avoid the hook because you will finish with an up bow and you're back in business for that. Okay. Yeah, you got it. That's it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was confused.
Perfect. more time. You need to place the last note considerably more. So as you're slowing down, there's going to be an awful lot of time between the next to last and the last notes. Right. So they're not in proportion. It's just in proportion getting two next to the last note, but then there's that extra placement, so it sounds more fun. Okay, this is going to be great. It's shaping very nicely. You can start memorizing, and I want to encourage you to keep experimenting with this shaping, and with those arches, and figuring out what is the note of departure, and then how you group everything off it, because that's where playing the instrument becomes fun. All right. Now, what else do we have today? How is your Mozart? Have you done much work on it?
Not really. I did a tiny bit. I've done mostly the Bruch movement.
Okay. Oh, so let's hear Bruch third movement, and because I have to take you for the coaching at 12:30, so we've got like 15 minutes. Yeah. So I'm actually going to put an alarm for like 12 minutes from now.
Okay. So I've been trying to work on the next two pages, but I'm not very good at the tenths. I'm not very good at the.
Well, you haven't played tenths. Did I give you a scale in tenths? Gavotte stops.
Maybe.
For some. Yeah. You need to do that. So. And let's do it in C major so you can think them clearly. Can you try that? Now, for the extension of this kind, you need to spread the hand both ways. So it's not just from first finger upward. You kind of position yourself midway. Yes, and yes, and your elbow will have to swing kind of pretty far to the right. And do you see how shallow the support from the thumb is? So the bigger the extension, the more. Yeah, you're already pretty good with that, yes. But I'm just saying those things because I have to tell them. Yes. Good. Third finger. Go to third position. So honest third position. Now reach back for second and extend forward. Sorry. First position actually is right. Very good. Third position. Yeah, and at this point, don't try to stay with this knuckle too close to the neck. Look. So don't try to lock it against it, just the. Good. Very good. Keep going, because the majority of your tenths are up high, so you need to play the second octave. Fantastic. And then you work your way down, which you will do right now. And if you want to reverse it, you can do that. It has to do more with your tone production than with your bow.
I know, but
yeah,
it's like,
yeah, still, yeah, okay. so you finish with it. So how is your hand? Does it feel very stretched, very open? Yeah.
Little
So
workout.
that's that's plenty of stretching for you. So don't spend more time than that initially on working on dance, and they will come. So let's hear what you've done. Do you want to play a new section, or do you want to do the old one?
I can do whatever. I've been trying to.
No, you tell me what will be more beneficial to you.
Probably the new section.
Okay, so let's see that. Careful as you reach in for the find a good position for that first finger so the fifth is not out of joint. So you will be reaching in. So you start building it from here and that I was having with Alex there. So you need forearm rotation for this. So it's not from here, but the middle of the range of motion for your hand is here. So you need to add a little bit on both sides, which involves this as well. So when you do this combination motion, you will have it.
Whoa.
Brush lower on the bow and yes. So the open string, it's just a reaction to the down bow. It's inevitable. Because the motion is too big. So can you do just the down bow and don't worry about the yes and down and just before yes. Can you loosen up the holding here? You're squeezing too much. Yes, so you have to then recapture, you have to recapture your bow for the down bows. That's good. Yes, right, more on the string here. Yes, flat hair. Yes, I don't mean for the spiccato flat hair on the détaché.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so get the bow. Yes, so that's yes, but flat hair. No, your hair is not flat, my dear. So yes. So this is how you need to manipulate the bow, so you can really because it's going to be very very powerful. Yes, that's your flat hair there. Can you do back supporting your wrist a little bit? Yes, I'm worried that it's too much. So support the wrist. Yes. Now you need to get lower on the bow.
Whoa.
So Ella. So as you finish the down bow, you have to prepare the bow for the new string. Okay, so Kwan is here to pick you up.
Oh.
I'm saying you will be out in a couple of minutes. So we need to finish this. But so all of this double stop stuff needs to be the lower half of the bow with brushy stroke. And the preparation for the new string happens at the end of the previous bow stroke. Da, 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 da. That's what you need to do. Okay? It's doing pretty well. So
I just need to get the 10th skid and I need to put it in context and then get it up to like a good speed and get it.
you need to practice some scales in tenths. That's what it will be. And fortunately, you don't have a complete octave for something to do in tenths. It's just a few intervals, so you will get that.
And then goes E and then 10. So it's
yeah.
It's not very many. It's only like 5.
Right. How is it? The next section.
Okay.
Have you started on it? Okay.
It's not very fast.
You know what? Let me see you on Zoom sometime this coming week on this. Okay. All right.
I can tell.
Yeah. Well, sure. What are you doing in studio?
I can do my Gavotte maybe.
Sure. Yes, you should.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and pack up. I'm kind of,
You're kind of stuck there.
Here.